Welcome to today's 5-minute Bible study, Journey Through Lent, Time for Spiritual Formation. We're now in Holy Week, these last few days before the crucifixion and the resurrection. We're looking carefully at Jesus during the events of Holy Week. Now, yesterday we saw that Holy Week began with Jesus' entry into Jerusalem, Palm Sunday. Today, I want to look at the first event that occurred during Holy Week, the first action of Jesus during this week. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 21, Matthew tells us that the first thing Jesus did in Jerusalem during Holy Week was to go to the temple and to cleanse it. The cleansing of the temple, we refer to it. Let's read Matthew 21, verses 12 through 15. Now Jesus entered the temple area, and he drove out all who were buying and selling. He overturned the tables of the money changers, the benches of those who were selling doves. It is written, he said to them, my house will be called a house of prayer, but you are making it a den of robbers. The blind and the lame came to him at the temple, and he healed them. Jesus goes to the temple area, the place of worship for the children of Israel, the place where they understood and felt God's presence to be in such a very special way. And he cleansed it. You see, in the courts of the temple, they were selling things. They were selling animals for sacrifice, doves for people to use in sacrifice. They were changing money. If you had Roman money, you have to change it to Jewish money before you could buy the animals you would sacrifice. A lot of business going on. And Jesus seems outraged by this. He begins to overturn the tables of those who are selling, those who are changing money. He makes a little whip of cords and begins to drive them out. He says, get this out of the temple. The temple, he said, is supposed to be a house of prayer. Place to come and pray and encounter God and to worship. You've turned it into a place of business, a marketplace, a den of robbers. He cleansed the temple. You know, what had happened was in the temple of Jesus' day, the business activities had distracted people from the real purpose of the temple. That is, worshiping God, praying. And Jesus would have none of this. This, he said, is to be a place of prayer, a place of worship. There's a lesson for us, I believe, in this Holy Week. If we're not careful, sometimes in our churches, we allow things to creep in that distract us from the true mission of the church. We get involved in so many things. Sometimes we sell things. Sometimes we exchange things. Sometimes we have so many activities going on that it distracts us from prayer and from worship. And I believe Jesus would have us look at the cleansing of the temple again and would say to us, remove those things, those activities, those functions, those business enterprises you've allowed to slip into the church. Remove them. The church is to be a temple. It's to be a place to worship, a place to encounter the presence of God, a place to pray. Oh Lord, forgive us when we allow our churches to become business enterprises, when we allow activities of trade and buying and selling and those kinds of activities to get in our way and distract people from encountering God. Let's remove those things from our churches. Let's cleanse our temples. And let us make sure that, especially during this Holy Week, that our churches, our sanctuaries, our temples are truly houses of prayer and places of worship, a place where we come to see Jesus and to keep our eyes on him. In this season of Lent, in this Holy Week, remove those things that keep you from seeing Jesus, that keep you from praying, and keep your eyes on him. Amen and amen. Hope you have a great day today, and I'll see you next time for our 5-minute Bible study, our journey through Lent.